Hello there, Chappy Wappy, how have you been? So, as I've been saying, we've got a new Dragon Dice event coming next week. This is a mini version of the event that lasts just a week, and then in July we'll be getting the month-long Ancient Dragon's Dice. So the one that we're getting next week is just a regular one. It brings us this new dragon here, being the Familiar Dragon. He is adorable, I love him. But is it going to be worth doing a full week's worth of Dragon Dice just to get this dragon? We'll have to see. But a full video was released for this upcoming event, so we might as well go through and watch it. Look at him! It's such a cute dragon. I just love the dragons that look like dragons sometimes, because we get a lot of dragons in DML that are weird dragons. I kind of appreciate just the normal ones. So you can see the Dragon Dice event here. Our first ever week-long Dragon Board event begins next week. Mystical, very purpley. With the brand new Familiar Dragon as the main reward. Again, very cute dragon. Fits the theme. And then Envoy and Revelry Dragons will be returning. We've already got both of those. And the Capricorn Dragon is the Double Trouble reward, which I think is a strange choice. Enjoy the event, trainers, and I am not looking at any of these suggestive videos. What the heck was all of that? But either way, that is the mini video that they put up here. So they did go through this a little bit in the actual forums, so this should detail a little bit more. So hello, next week we'll have our first Dragon Board event, the smaller week-long version of the Dragon Dice event seen in Ancient events. The concept will mostly be the same. Collect event currency by completing in-game tasks, which you can spend to roll the dice and move around the board. There are 3 dragons to collect from the Dragon Board chest: the Familiar Dragon, New Epic Dragon being the main reward, Revelry and Envoy, and Double Trouble is the Zodiac Capricorn. And the Bingo card will also be returning for some nice bonus rewards, but there will only be 1 card, and you'll have the whole week to complete it. The event will start on Monday at 1 PM and will last a week. Due to event scheduling, the first refresh will only be 5 hours long. The rest will be 6 hours, as usual. Hope you enjoy it. That's a strange choice that they've chosen to change the event schedule timings by making the first reset 5 hours. Interesting. Interesting, but essentially if you played any of the previous Dragon Dice events, this will be essentially the same thing, except the major reward being this dragon. I'm hoping that this is chill, because I did see people commenting about this on Facebook, and their response was that it is more so a chill sort of event, just to tide us over until next week essentially. So let's hope that that is true. And you know, obviously in July we've got this dragon here, who we believe is Bahajir, but there's been some confusion about dragon names and such, so I don't even know at this point what the case is. So between now and then we do have the Sweet Success event going on, which you can see I've got a few points to spend. We've got the Sweet Dragon being the reward dragon for this, so I do like the fact that we're just getting random new dragons as part of events. I'd love even a couple more, but it's better than us just being given the same dragons over and over again, so I do actually kind of appreciate it. We've got a golden opportunity event, we've obviously got the bottomless dungeon, and one thing that we shouldn't forget about is the fact that we've got the WHALEMART. Now, if you logged into the game earlier like I did, you would have actually had a completely different WHALEMART to this. I did take advantage of whatever deals were in there, I don't even remember what it was now, but I took advantage of it. But now there is a new WHALEMART, and this one does contain a Sigil chest. And as predicted, of course, this Sigil chest is a gem-only deal, because it did not really take a lot of forethought to think that rather than giving us a deal in exchange for, you know, gold or food, of course it was going to be a gem-only deal, because why would they be reasonable with this? Either way, we've got 500 stepping stones, which for 25,000 food, pretty good. We've got some Dragon Fury Essence, which is definitely worth it. But these other deals here, 5 Divine in exchange for 99 gems, not worth it. 10 Relics of Hatching for 150 gems. This is a really expensive gem deal. We don't usually see them go this high. I also don't really like that they're getting more expensive. You would say that if you were going to skip hatching timers, this works out a lot cheaper than just doing it outright, but this definitely shouldn't be as expensive as it is. And then there's premium sigil chest. If we check the information, the average number of rewards per 100 premium sigil chest opens, 6 sigils that you'll get, 30% chance for a common, 60% chance for an uncommon, and a 10% chance for a rare, and between 90 to 110 sigil trinkets. These chests are actually really good for getting bonus sigils. Again, that 10% chance for rares, it's not great, but it is still pretty decent, which means that there are already people out there I've seen that have epic sigils on their team, and you throw these into the arena, things are already getting pretty bad. It's not good. It's not good, and they had Arya pointing me towards, hey look, there's a new sigil or a new sigil chest in the WHALEMART, make sure you go and get it. It's like, it's a gem only deal. I'm not too happy about it, but again, if you buy those chests, it does mean that your progress on the map is going to go by a lot quicker. So it only makes sense that some people might be more likely to purchase it in order to finish the map off. But the biggest problem with these is, again, not the map itself, it's the fact that the people that are now going into the arena with these upgraded epic sigil dragons are now becoming near impossible to beat if they've got, you know, the overpowered exception divines and ancients. This is what I saw coming from a mile away. We knew that it was going to become pay to win the moment that this became a thing. Anyone that could look at this situation knew that this was going to happen. I called it day one. It shouldn't be this easy to predict what's going to become pay to win. At least make us guess a little bit, like, ooh, will we have this in a gem deal, or will it be in a regular deal that everyone can take advantage of? No, of course it's going to be a gem only deal. If you say, is it going to be a gem only deal or a reasonable deal, every single time I'm going to say gem only, and I'm going to be correct. Anyway, aside from that, we have had some unofficial info relating to the elements of the new ancients. I've seen it in a couple of places now. I did see it on the unofficial section on the forums as well. So I'm not going to guesstimate on that. I am going to wait for the official info. But so far, not really any leaks that give me dragons that I personally would be that interested in. But there are some dragons that I can definitely, if any of them end up being true, that other people will want to get their hands on. Especially if you don't have any water ancients or divines yet. Some interesting stuff's going around. But one thing I do want to mention while I'm here, because I may end up just absolutely kicking off again, was the fact that I did receive a response to something I posted on the forums, which was related to players not being compensated for those season points. As of right now, I did receive the 300 initially that they gave me as compensation, and I've received the 1,000 that I was due for my Chrono Frigg dragon that I hatched, which is great. This was after they said to me that they couldn't actually prove that I had it, but then they looked into it again, fixed it, which was great. Thanks, Adam, for that. But I have been getting multiple PMs or DMs, you know, direct messages from people that have tried to go through Gameloft support to get the same compensation that I did, or just a few, like maybe 500 or 600 points for the dragons that they hatched, which is fair. That's what they told people to do. And Gameloft's response to a few of them has been, as the actual pass wasn't appearing in game, you won't get any points because you shouldn't be getting them anyway. Which, considering I just received compensation for that, after they told people on the forums that they would be receiving compensation, I'm particularly confused. Because if no one was supposed to be receiving any compensation for that time period, one, why was that said on the forums? Two, why have I now received 2 lots of compensation after it's been looked at by more than 3 different Gameloft people? It's just, how is it getting so stupid? Genuine, I don't understand. It's like, what's being said on one form of social media is not being communicated to the customer support team. And I've had this from multiple people where people have been told they're not going to get anything because during the 11th to the 14th they're not even due any compensation, even though when I requested for compensation they said that it would only compensate me for that time period and no other. Now they're saying the complete opposite. I'm very confused. And I really hope that this is just maybe a mistake with one or two individuals. Maybe they're gonna fix it. Everyone that's been sending me these messages, I have told them, you know, go back to Gameloft, tell them that other people like me have been compensated for that time period and have received the points they should have. Well, I think I received a little bit less, but you know, 1,300 it's more than I was going to get if I didn't complain, so I'm not gonna moan for an extra probably 200 points at this point. But anyone else that lost out on any points, you definitely should. It's just, you know, seeing those 1,000 points go away when they were promised. I wouldn't have hatched Chrono Frig otherwise if I wasn't going to get the compensation. But they assured us on the forums that they were going to look into it and try and compensate everyone. And now they're trying not to do that. So I'm not particularly pleased. And again, if you're going to compensate me when I ask, that means every player should be getting compensated, not just me. That was the whole point. I didn't want it to just be give me my points. I wanted it to be give everyone their points. And I knew that they weren't going to do it if they didn't have to. Whatever. It's really, really upsetting that that's been happening. So this whole pass thing has ended up just, you know, really annoying a lot of people because of that, just since its implementation. And plus I did see people asking for this pass as well. How long exactly, until what time and what date is the pass on sale? And a lot of people were saying, if you fix it and give us the points that we're due, then we'll buy the premium pass. But now the pass is no longer on sale, so if we wanted to buy it, it would be £8.40, which is more in dollars, obviously, and on certain devices like Android it's probably more expensive than that. So now people like me that were waiting until things were actually fixed and we were actually compensated would now have to spend more money. Because in-game it never ever showed us how long this premium pass was actually on sale for. Nothing that was on this screen anyway. So everything about the way that this pass has been implemented has been wrong from the get-go. And now the way that it's being handled is also being handled in a very, very questionable way. And then we've got all the other problems that I've moaned about today, but at least we've got a Dragon Dice event coming next week, haha! With this adorable dragon. Again, I really, really want this dragon, but if the event is too demanding, and we will be getting ancient mats and things like that out of it, I believe, as far as I'm aware. I want this dragon. I don't want it to be too demanding because we've got an entire month-long event that's going to happen, and then we've got this that's going to be for a full week, and plus we've got the Dragon Dice event that's currently going on as well, so it's just event after event after event, and if there's any bugs with that week-long Dragon Dice event, that is just, I feel like that is going to be the stone that actually does break the camel's back. I think that is going to be like the thing that really tips people over the edge. And then that's not even taking into account what's going to happen if the ancient event has any game-breaking bugs or rollbacks. If that happens, genuinely I think stuff is going to absolutely kick off. So I hope that that doesn't happen. But people seeing these premium sigil chests available in the WHALEMART in exchange for gems has already made a few people seethe. Again, I'm trying to be positive, but everything I'm seeing is just becoming more and more and more and more and more negative, which is why I was really happy at the beginning when we got this new event. We got this beautiful little dragon, so I'm going to keep positive with that for now. It's cute, I want it, let's hope the event is fun, I really do hope it is. Please, Gameloft, give people the compensation they are due, for goodness sake. Anyway, for now, thank you for joining me, and until the next time I see you, I hope you have fun.